Let's go chat. Happy Sunday. How we doing, everybody? Hello. I'm saying hello to nobody here, but still, we in here. What's up? Appreciate everybody hopping in, watching us today, coming out, listening to me chat. Just a little Q&A here, hanging out. Probably do just a little quick little hour, just a little bit of time. Shop closed, and we're just here hanging out and having fun. So let me get some people in the chat. Let me know what's up. You guys out there? You guys hanging out? How we doing? Let me know. Let's see how we doing. Anybody out there? Hello. Am I streaming? Am I streaming at all? Chat, say hello. RNG Games, there we are. What's up? The green shiz. Okay, now it was delayed reaction. I got worried, but we're all good. We're all here, hanging out together. Hello, appreciate y'all. How we doing? We got RNG Games. RNG Games, you're always here hanging out. You're supposed to be working, hustling, but here we are. We got the green shiz. What's up, green shiz? Josh, appreciate you. What is it? Hectares GG, hello. Full Moon Games, hello. Chozo, Fairy Sleepy, Drew's in here. Andy on Guam. Just saying Evolving Skies, just immediately Evolving Skies. Alright, we can talk about Evolving Skies if you want. Definitely can, but give me a second to say hey to the folks before we get all rambunctious. What is up with my background? There's nothing going on. Hello, Japan, where are you? Had beautiful cityscapes of Japan going through. What's the vibe here? Is it too laggy? Is that the issue is? Am I lagging? I wanted beautiful cityscapes of Japan. No, we're rolling now. We're good. Okay. Okay, we're better now. What's up, everybody? Hanging out. I want to talk about the chat, the membership situation that I'm in. I want you guys to give me your perspective. If you have any suggestions or ideas. First of all, we're a little high here. We're a little high. Let's go down a little bit. All right. Oh, there we go. Now we're better. Hello. Look at the snow. We got snow in Japan. So beautiful. So I wanted to do, because I want to do more live streams and hang out with you guys and have fun and just, take more advantage of the 20,000 subscribers I have for whatever reason, and try to do more stuff with it and be just utilize it more and get more stuff out there. So I had the great idea to do for a membership perk, where you pay, you click join on YouTube, and then you go into the membership. I wanted to do just like an entry level, like, hey, here's $2 Mason for a month, thanks for the videos or whatever. And then I wanted to do something where people could go on and pay a little bit more than what a pack would be, because YouTube takes like 50% or something silly. And basically, I want it to be where if you were a member, you join the membership at this level, and then I would write your name on like a sticky, put it on a booster pack, and then I'd give the booster pack away to a kid that comes into the store. I thought it would be an awesome idea, really cool, right? A nice way for you guys, the community, to support just other people in the hobby and kids in the hobby, and just kind of give back, right? That's a cute, fun idea. I thought it was fun, but yeah, apparently YouTube did not agree with me on that. No, they were actually they're okay with the like giving things away. It was more the kid aspect of it, so that was kind of a bummer. I wanted to do that and have fun with that. It was kind of a sucky situation, and I was on the chat with them for a long time and going back and forth and saying, hey, what's up? Can I do this? Is this okay with your terms? Because there is something about nothing involving kids. Nothing. You can't do anything with kids. So that I was like, okay, well, can I at least do like if I give it away to the parents of the kids? Is that okay? And they're like, well, we would really just prefer to not do anything with kids. I was like, oh, okay, I'm seeing. And then they hit me with the old, I cannot advise you what situation it's going to be, and they will ultimately have the final say down the road what you want to do, if they want to approve it or not. I was like, okay, I got you. So I'm trying to hopefully word it in a way where it's not weird or anything like that. No, I'm not getting Ormander. No, I'm not giving away kids. I'm giving packs away that people can buy with membership from YouTube and give that pack away to a kid. That was the idea. So that was like the cool way that you guys can give things back to my community and, you know, the players and the kids that come into my store, and I give packs away to the kids. I thought it would be a fun idea. So that's what I got going on. What do you guys think? Is that cool? Would that be neat? Would you want to be a part of that? I think it's a cool idea. So hopefully that'd be something that I can figure out how to do that, and so it makes sense for everybody. So we'll see how that, what kind of legwork I can get done with that. But yeah, YouTube is really adamant about not getting slapped by the who takes care of that stuff? The SEC or somebody. I think they got hurt pretty bad about advertising the kids and like doing weird stuff to giving things away to kids. So not something that they want anything to do with. So basically how it works, you have to like submit your proposal of what you want to do, and then you can either approve it or not approve it. So that's the idea that I had floated around. I thought it'd be a cool idea. I thought it would be fun. And like I said, it's a way to connect you guys with people here locally. So I think that's cool and a nice idea. Ormander said, damn, I wanted a son. I mean, there's other ways to get a son if you really wanted to. Jerry said, we need Cardinal live breaks. I mean, I do live breaks when new sets come out. I don't do it on like a regular basis. But maybe if you guys wanted to do that, I would not be opposed. And like I said, we do live breaks when new sets come out. I will post those probably this week sometime. For Scarlet and Violet, I'm gonna do bundle live breaks, and we'll have that stuff. Because normally in 6 packs, the bundles have 6 packs in them, and you normally get a hit out of those. So it makes it worth shipping, at least to you guys, if you get a hit or something. So that's the plan going forward. So that's what I'm working on with as far as like live breaks and things. David, how we doing? How do you source your stamps for PWE orders? Do you go the official route through USPS or the risky route through eBay? So we just use stamps.com, and we pay the 60 cents for a stamp envelope. We print it right on the envelope, copy and paste the address for things like TCG Player, and we just do it that way. It's just easier that way. I know you can buy cheap stamps on eBay, and it's kind of risky because some of them are from what I hear, a large majority of them are not real, but yeah. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to fool with it, so we're just gonna pay the 60 cents and just work it into the cost, and you know, just get taken advantage of, I guess. Not taken advantage of, but not saving all the money that we could be. Iron Bank Gaming says, just set it up as a pet giveaway and happen to only give it away to kids. I mean, ultimately that would be what the idea would be. Is like, give it to the parent and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. I'll put your guys' name on it, and then say, hey, this is from this person. They paid for a pack to give away to people in the store. So here you go. That'd be the play. Pokeshark, how we doing? Do you grade cards? If so, I'm grading my first card ever. The Origin Form Dialga V Altart. See, Dialga. Dialga is that the one with the Escher painting with all the weird staircases and stuff? Or is that the other one with the like the time sun in the background? I don't remember which is which. But Dialga with time is time, so I guess it would be the sun one. Either way, that's a cool card. I love those cards. Yeah, I just think realistically, if you're going to start grading stuff and you want to grade stuff, altarts are obviously what makes sense. A lot of demand. So I think it's a cool idea to grade those if they're in good shape and you think they'll get a 10, which most modern cards do. So not a bad idea. I like it. Player says, how we doing tonight, Mason? I'm good, man. Just shut down the shop. Had 22 people for Pokemon tonight, so big crowd of players. I think our biggest crowd here on Sunday nights. So it's really cool. Lots of packs to give away. Lots of bundles to break open for packs because I don't have booster boxes. But that's what we're having to do. And that's fine. Yeah, David, it's just... I wish there was something integrated with TCG Player that makes sense, but for whatever reason, they have never, like, just integrated that stuff, so it's fine. Player says, the background is nausea-inducing? You don't like it? It is kind of like a zoomy. It was more zoomy than I thought it would be. I just wanted a cool, like, walk through Japan background, you know? But it is very much like, God, what is this? Artistic. Ooh, zooming into this. It's just snow on a branch, my dude. What are we doing? Oh well. I didn't go through it before I put it up there, so that's probably my bad. But it's fine. It's cool. It'll do. If it does get to be too much and it's distracting, let me know and I'll just change it to something else. Sorry guys, but Dill's in here. Yeah. 22 people is huge on a Sunday. I love to see it. Polaris says, what are your hopes for the pull rates in Scarlet and Violet? What do you think the secret rare hit will be since the English is now following the Japanese rarities? Yeah, interesting, right? So we'll have to see what we can do and if it'll be similar to how Japan does it and the pull rates will be similar to that, or it's hard to know, you know? Since there's no non-holo rares. Does that mean just we have less cards in that one slot, so that we should get better rares, right? The quality of rares should be better. Am I crazy in thinking that way, or does that make sense to you guys? I don't know how it works or how it's gonna go down, but that's the idea. So hopefully that's. The pull rates aren't crazy, and get more hits per box as far as quality hits instead of just really poopy, really weird stuff that nobody wants. So hopefully that'll be what happens with the pull rates. PokeShark says, I'm just wondering what with a card like a Dialga, which is sitting at $50 raw right now. Would I hold a PSA 10 or sell it? I mean, what you do with the card after you grade it is up to you. If that's what you want to, if you want to grade it and just be like, okay, cool, I got a graded Dialga. If it's a PSA 10 or 9 or whatever it is, for ultimately like $15, that's a win, So it's really up to you what you end up wanting to do with it. I would say that the raw card is probably more easier to sell. But a graded card is going to hold value, hopefully, better, right? That's the idea. Degreecha says, a 10-minute mark, I think this video strolls through the red light district. If it does, we'll just have to take in the sights, man. That's just... We'll see what happens. Saad Bazim, hello, says, I think it's a great idea to give away packs and pay back to parents who can't afford to give their kids. Yes, I think so too. That's the idea. Is just give a little thing to kids, and I give stuff away. Like we'll have jumbo cards. People will bring collections in. They're like, hey, do you take these? And I'm like, well, I don't pay money for them, but if you want to give them, and I'll make sure that they get to kids, and we give them away to kids. So, and when we break a product and stuff like the big lunch boxes and things, we'll give away the contents to the kids that come in and stuff like that. So we give away a bunch of stuff to kiddos anyways, but I just thought it'd be a fun idea because I could put your guys' name on it, that I could say, hey, this is from this person, you know, and it'd be a cool, fun thing for everybody to contribute to. I think it'd be cool. So that was the idea. Jerry Castleberry, hello. How are we doing? Are there any other TCG other than Pokemon and Magic that people are asking about more in your store? Yes, One Piece, Wild. I guess the pre-release for One Piece Set 2 is this weekend, or just happened this weekend. And then Booster Box should be this coming week. I was talking to, I guess it's not a big deal if I say his name in this situation. I was talking to Squeaks of Squeak Games World, and he was saying how the booster boxes that are allocated here now, apparently there is some issue with either distribution or on Bandai or whoever did it, and that they dipped into the allocation for the regular release to have enough boxes to give to people for the pre-release. I don't know what happened there. So apparently non-pre-release stores are being basically having their allocation stolen from them to give to pre-release stores. I don't know if it's going to be all of it or what's happening all there, but it's interesting how Bandai just continues to fuck game stores. But other card games, you know, Lorcanas. People are asking about if we're going to carry Lorcana, which we definitely are. I'm going to try to do as much as I can and get cool stuff into Lorcana, get a good allocation amount if I can. I think Southern is trying to get it, and that's my main guy, so I should be able to get at least some from Southern. No allocation numbers up yet for that kind of stuff, so I'm going to wait to see what the price is and the price range and get a better idea. Absolutely do not pre-order anything right now. We have no idea even what prices are going to be for us, so definitely don't go put money orders in or pre-orders in for Lorcana, because nobody knows anything about pricing yet, so don't do it. Professor Oak's in here. Good to see you, buddy. Mystery packs win? Absolutely not going to do mystery packs. Nope. Not something I'm interested in. I might do bulk lots. I'm going to do bulk lots and put bulk lots on the website. If you guys want to buy bulk from me, happily, I'll give you bulk lots, and I'll put it. I give like V's and ultra rares and stuff. I give a couple of in our bulk boxes all the time, so that's about as random and as mystery as we're gonna get is those little freebie ultra rares that I throw in. Other than that, no, we're gonna stay away from that. So yeah, this is more like what I wanted the video to be. Just us walking down, not necessarily this back alley that we're in right now, but you know, I thought it'd been a cool backdrop. You know, but you know, it's cute. It's snow. Catch 'em all collectibles. Dan, how we doing? Hello, good to see you. I'm behind, but can you put like a button on your site to donate packs in the manner and keep it away from? Ooh, Dan with the big brain. Oh my goodness, it's going in the book. It's going in the notebook. Dan, look, I know you're a whiz with spreadsheets, but you're just a whiz in so many other ways. What a great idea. That's fantastic. Let me write that down. Packs for kiddos on a website. Yeah, just let's just cut out YouTube completely. If they don't want to have any interest in that, we'll do it ourselves then. I like that. That's a good idea. Old Papa Bear says the only odd TCG they bought from the shop is a Korea. Haven't even looked at it since buying it. Yeah, I don't know what a Korea is doing, but why they don't put in English, hey, this is a Korea, on the boxes. It's just in Japanese, and nobody knows what it means, and it just looks weird. put it in English. Everything else is in English. Put it in English, so you can actually like build your brand and like so people can look for your product. I don't understand. It makes no sense. It's very bizarre why they don't do a better job at marketing that kind of stuff. But yeah, I like picking up just random little TCGs and stuff that releases, just so people have it in the store and just can see it, and if they want to pick it up and give it a shot and just buy it because it's interesting. That's the kind of idea behind that. Saad Basim again saying, so what are your thoughts on the UPC Charizard? Are they heavily discounted? They are heavily discounted, and it might be a good idea to stock up on. Yeah. These UPCs are not going to be out there, and they're going to be the cheap forever. They're not going to be $85 for a Charizard UPC forever. That's just silly. Yes, once all the stuff works through, we go through it. What's out there is out there, and it's done over and it's gone. We're not going to see any more Charizard UPCs. The price has nowhere else to go but up, realistically. So, yeah, it's. I think if you are interested in keeping them, and it's a product, a major collectible box, has Charizards in it, very cool. Makes sense if you wanted to pick one up. That now is the time for sure. I think that there are some places that say, "Hey, we're getting kind of low, so we're kind of getting low on UPCs." But I still see, I think a lot of distribution people that I buy from still giving bundle deals and collectible deals and stuff like that. If you want to get a bunch of it, they'll throw in like an extra thing for half off or something like that. So, still trying to dump those and try to get those off the books and try to move through them. But yeah, eventually we'll get to the end of it, and we'll be done doing that kind of stuff. Pokeshark saying Lorcana might do good, but it's too early to say. Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing I know for marketing purposes is what I've seen on their Facebook page and then their website. Just like you can see, that's all I know. I know just as much as you guys do with what the information that they've given out as far as that from like a back-end distributor or a wholesaler kind of view. I know just as much as you guys do. TCG Bulking's in here. Hello. You've caught the wrong live stream, TCG Bulkings, because you're supposed to be catching the race through rotation, not this one. But that's okay. You're welcome here too. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're doing okay. Miss says, how much are your bulk lots? I have bulk lots on eBay. For 1,000 cards, we do it for $40. That's shipped. So if you want to do that, they're on. You can just type in 1,000 card Pokemon lot, and on eBay, we should pop up there before too long. You'll see my big mountain of bulk on the main picture. So look for that, and then you can buy from us. And then if you buy more than 1,000, you get like 10%, 15% off the more you buy. So same kind of thing. But yeah, we do $40 for 1,000. Full Moon Game says, you guys make your prices follow TCG Player low, like we do for One Piece. It has our local players super angry. Look, what else are they gonna do? If they want the stuff, what are they gonna do? If they don't buy it, somebody else is gonna buy it. And then look, it used to be, and this may be the case for a lot of game stores, and this is maybe going to be a spicy take, so just buckle in, guys. But I don't have to rely on local customers anymore for a lot of this product. I can throw it on TCG Player, I can throw it on eBay, I can send it off to Amazon, and make as much or as more than I can off of local buyers. And that's not me saying I hate my local buyers. I love all the people that buy from me locally, but it used to be where sellers had a lot of power and control, but when things are limited and in demand and hard to get, the power shifts from the buyers to the sellers now. And that's unfortunately just how it is. And how it always has been for Pokemon in the past couple of years, right? So, yeah, it's kind of is this the red light district we were talking about, Green? Is this what we're doing? I don't know what that was. But anyways, so yeah, if they don't want to buy it locally, you can just put it on eBay and probably make the money that you want there, you know. And that's just the truth, you know. Especially with One Piece. One Piece is just, it's so highly in demand. It's going to sell out regardless. And if you don't sell it this week, it'll be even more in the next week. So yeah, just sit on it then and watch it go up in price. Over the brick, hello. Emmanuel, right? I'm trying to remember. Says around 25% of allocations got moved to Wave 2 for us for One Piece. Gotcha. Yeah. We'll see if Wave 2 happens. Professor Oak says, in all seriousness, Mason, I would love to see a Cardinal game kit. Get a merch shirt, a playmat, sleeves, stickers, all that with your logo. Man. Oh. You know, pretty smart. Pretty smart, Oak. That would be cool. And I got stuff like that on the website. I got some dice. I don't have sleeves. Sleeves are expensive because if you want good sleeves, to get them printed, it's a lot. Like I have dragon shields that I had for promotional stuff that they sent to us, and they're awesome sleeves. They feel real great because they're dragon shields and they're amazing. But they're to get them done, I think there's like $35. It's a lot. It's a lot to get sleeves made with custom stuff on them. Mean Machine Arm Wrestling says music is from Chrono Cross. It's because I'm listening to Game Chops on YouTube. They do a lot of remixes and kind of like chiptune-y and just kind of like remixes and stuff of gaming stuff. We play it in the store when you come in, so it's just a cool little like live radio kind of thing. So it probably was Chrono Cross if I had to guess. Bluntman says One Piece blows. I don't know. I'm not saying One Piece blows. I think it's a great. I mean, the demand for it is amazing. Bandai blows because they just are so bad at distributing games. Just game after game after game. They just keep messing up and keep making it difficult. El Chupa Cabras. I'm gonna say. Probably assume that's what that's called. Look how beautiful this is, guys. Look at this beautiful, man. What a beautiful sight we got to see together. It says, hi, just wanted to thank you for all the information and great content you put out on your channel. Definitely have the Card Shop Live buy series. Yes! Card Shop Lives. Interesting, that little video. I have not heard back from TCG Player about that. So, I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna reach back out and see if they want to clarify on that. Or I'm not making any threats. I'm not gonna threaten TCG Player. They're way bigger than me. They got way more lawyers and a lot more money to throw around than I do. And frankly, I really like their services they give, and they're a pretty good platform to sell on and even use in our store. But yeah, I would like to know their thoughts and just what's going on. And I sent some questions off that I was hoping to get some answers to. They, you know, it's not like hard-hitting questions or anything, but it was stuff that I would at least like some input on. I think would be a neat thing. Mr. K's in here. Says, hey Mace, how we doing? Or how's it going? It's good. We're all good. Catchmall Collectible says, we went from jogging through Japan to now walking, so that's perfect. Welcome to my speed. This is my kind of speed, so... Professor Oak being very cordial and very, very British and saying, can everyone please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks, nerds. Bluntman says, what do you think about Weiss Schwarz and, oh man, is it Wix sauce? Oh, that can't be right. I thought it was Y cross? Is it just Y cross? I don't know how to say it. Somebody help me in the comments. How to say the other new crazy I almost said ripoff, not a ripoff of Force of Will. Looks very similar cards, but yeah, interesting. But yeah, what do I think about it? Weiss Schwarz is interesting. The IPs that are good, and they're fun to open. I wish they would do a little bit better as far as like actual custom art, as opposed to just like pulling ripped scenes from the animes and scenes from the movies or whatever property it is, doing custom stuff. That'd be really great, and really just even making unique art for that products would be nice. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of them just ripping stuff from the anime. I don't like that. I think it's silly. But I do like Bushy Road cards. I think they're amazing cards. And like Omider is saying in the chat, the foiling is best. Some of the he's talking about White Cross, but Weiss Schwarz as well. Card Fight Vanguard, all those cards that Bushy Road makes, fantastic card quality. The texturing and the foiling is amazing. Very, very high detail, very cool. They have like gold impressed or embossed stuff on their cards, signatures, gold signatures and stuff on the cards. All looks great, looks really good. I really love the quality of their stuff. TCG Bulking saying the world is flat. Okay. Old Papa Bear says I need to buy a CNA mat to rep. He already has the dice for D&D. Thank you. If you want to buy a mat, they are on the website. But of course, you're local. You can just come in and pick one up whenever you want. It's all good. Mural Nocturne says, if you're paying retail price, you should probably have a reason for it to be a retail price. What does it say? If you want to sell online, you don't need one. I don't know if I agree with that, but it wasn't directed at me, so I'm not going to comment. Salvi B says, hey man, my local shop has been having a hard time getting One Piece product. Are you seeing that? Yes, we just talked about, looks like even the stores that already had stuff allocated to them out of the set 2, they are pushing it back to a second wave, apparently, so that all the pre-release stores and product can be pushed to people that run pre-releases, which is a bummer because you can't even sign up for Bushy Road pre-releases. I tried here recently, and the website that you're supposed to be using just doesn't work. Can't log in. Maybe it's just my login that's not working, but I've had that login work before, and I don't know where it is, or how to log into it. That's a bummer, and it sucks. So I would like to, get pre-releases going, but I can't even log in to their website. Bandai. What's up? Oh, Jerry says the Weiss, there's Avatar: The Last Airbender. I actually did. I did pre-order those because I had some people come in and ask if I was going to get it, and I went ahead and I put in some stuff for that. So I should be getting that, at least a couple boxes. So that's cool. So Ad Basim dropping the big Canadian 50 on me. Dude, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. You didn't have to, but thank you. I appreciate that Very kind of you. It means a lot. I ship to Canada. If you did want to buy something off the website, you can do that too if you wanted to. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very, very kind. No comment, but if you see something you want me to address in the chat, let me know. Be happy to give you your money's worth of a good fine talking to. TCG Woking says, I wish they would just make the rips look better. They look low definition sometimes. You mean like on the card art for Weiss? Is that what you mean? Mr. K says, I want people to come in. I just don't want them to hang around. Oh, that's rude. Yes, it is interesting when this is actually a weird thing we can actually talk about and explore a little bit. So this is gonna be fun. So yes, customers that come in, buy stuff, and then leave is very. It's very nice. I appreciate you guys if they're just stopping by or driving by or going to wherever and they're just pass by and stop in to grab something. Super cool, super chill. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Have a good day. But there is a correlation to the amount of people, the longer they spend in your store, the less money they spend. And it's an interesting thing to watch, other than if there's an event going on. But a lot of people just come in, they come and hang out for hours sometimes, and they may not even buy a single thing. It's just like, man, wow, just, and I'm not saying that that's not okay to do. I guess I've gone into plenty of stores, walked around for an hour, and been like, well, yeah, just not anything I want to buy. I guess I'll leave, but I just like to, if there's like a way to, like an anonymous survey where people just drop like a survey and be like, hey, I see you just walked to my store, walked around for 20 minutes and then didn't buy anything. What are you looking for? Is there something that you wanted that I didn't have, or are you just trying to kill time, or do you have a haircut that you were half an hour early for, or what? I'm interested. I'm always interested to be those types of people that just come in, do like the lap, walk around, stop and look at things, and then they just don't buy anything. It's really interesting. Because I'm not like a grocery store, or even like, I'm in a strip mall. Both stores are in like a strip, but it does take like an effort to get to my stores. And like, you walk in, a lot of people just putting out effort. I don't really go to a lot of places without the intention of buying things. So it's kind of interesting when people walk in, don't buy anything, and then leave. I just want to know what's up. A lot of people, that's not even bad though. I prefer that. I prefer that to the other situation of just like, come in, talk to my employees, waste their time, ask them questions, ask them for the price of things, ask about this, that, or whatever. Just spew just whatever is on top of their head to anybody. Those people don't spend a dime and then walk out. We call them sponges, time sponges, and they will just stand there. And if you even acknowledge them, or politely just say, yeah, man, that's crazy, bro, that's crazy. Hit them with that kind of thing, they just keep talking. So what, like, it's very difficult to get my employees or people that just to understand that those types of people are not going to buy anything, more than likely. And as soon as you like figure out that they're not going to buy anything, to not give them a lot of your time, or a lot of your attention, because it's just not going to pay out. It's not going to... There's no payoff at the end of this. So, it's really kind of crazy where they'll like... I'll be like... And especially to me, because, you know, people want to talk to me because I'm the owner, and, you know, people that shopped with us for years, and people that come in and I know are time sponges and don't spend a lot of money, they'll do that, and just... I'm just used to them doing that, so they want to talk to me, and I'm like, oh man, okay. I'm going to give this guy 5 minutes and be like, hey man, I got to go do something, or whatever. Or say, hey, I'm going to wrap up what I'm doing here, I got to go back to the back and, you know, owner things, and I have like an out, but my floor employees don't have an out. So, we got to give them like suggestions and like things to tell people, and just kind of just like, just got to be open with them and honest and be like, hey man, I really got to do this right now, blah, blah, blah. I'll get back to this. It's fun talking to you. You know, if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Otherwise, I said, you know, if you want to use us as the bad guys and be like, hey, they just, you know, just don't want them to think I'm slacking out here or whatever. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting concept. And I know that's like the type of people that come into my store want social interaction and want to just talk to people that are nerdy about the same things. I totally get that. And yes, it's not like, don't talk to me unless you're buying something. But it would be so kind if you came in and if you asked questions and I gave you answers, and or anybody, any of my employees gave you answers, and you know, helped you out or gave you some understanding, or gave you just advice or suggestions. Hey, just buy something. Buy some sleeves. Buy a couple packs, or you know, whatever, and just make the interaction not feel like it was such a waste of time or one-sided. Let's say one-sided. Waste of time is being rude. That it was a one-sided transaction. That was a good rant. That took me to where I got really distracted. So let's get back to the chat. I want to make sure too I'm not missing out on anything. I'm right here and turn this down. Refine Me says they're just NPCs. No, I think they're treating us like NPCs. We're the NPCs in this situation. So they're just spamming the A button and just saying what we want to say. And just, even if we start looping and start saying the same thing, they're still going to be hitting the A button. Hey, just talk to this dude. Like we're going to reward them with some sort of item at the end of it for their persistence. Unfortunately, real life doesn't work that way. It's kind of crazy. Aaron Scott says, I hope Evo Skies crashes. So tired of the overhype and overpriced hype. Yeah. I think a lot of people are getting exhausted of it. And as people get exhausted of that, prices should at least flatten. I mean, it's still super in demand. Again, I had packs over the weekend, and I've already sold out of all the packs that I had. Even at, you know, the expensive prices that I have them at, it's just a set that just keeps on giving. It just keeps on, people keep on buying it, and it's just kind of it's just a juggernaut of a set. It's just really, I think, you know, if people see that set on the shelves 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, and it's a reasonable price to them, they're still going to pick up a couple packs and just gamble it, you know, give it a shot. I think it's that kind of a set where it's like an evergreen kind of type of set where it's, you know, people are going to want it forever. It's too stacked of a set for it to not do that, unfortunately. Iron Bank Gaming says problem is some distributors won't sell your product or sell you product unless you have a retail brick and mortar. Yeah, definitely. A lot of things are kept behind, brick and mortar stuff, and that's to you got to think of it from the games aspect, that they want their product to be in game stores where they can build a community, demo it, build long-term customers of their product. So the most likely place that's going to happen is in a brick and mortar. A lot of things that sell online are selling because they already have hype or are already popular and are already established. They really want to reach out to the people that are going to be first-time buyers, and then hopefully interested buyers to keep buying over and over. If you are interested in the product online, they already have you as a customer. They're not trying to reach you anymore. They're trying to reach the new people that don't have that type of knowledge of their products yet. So that's why a lot of this stuff is locked behind brick and mortar exclusive stuff, because they know that we're going to put it on a shelf, we're going to learn about it, we're going to tell people about it. If people ask questions, they have somebody to turn to and get answers from. It's a good relationship for them as a either upcoming or a new game to get that type of extra little push that they don't have to do themselves. And if they send it out to even like a big box store, they don't have somebody there to answer questions. And that kind of is what they're going for when they try to build a growing community for a game. That's the idea, is to get new people into it. If you're already buying it online, you already know about it, and you're already purchasing it because you're already seeking it out. Oh, Sadabism says, I would like to kickstart your idea and be the first donor. Yes. I will do the conversion, and I will put some packs and give out some packs for you. Absolutely, I will do that. So you're the first one. Like I said, I got to do the Canadian conversion, but I'll figure out the packs for it. So thank you for that. Those are goose dollars. I'm guessing Canadian dollars. Sure Guy says, my OGS only care for Magic, TCG, and other loyalists. They have no knowledge of Pokemon. Yeah, I mean a lot of older TCGs and game stores, I know, you're gonna push and be knowledgeable and want to grow knowledge for the stuff that you sell the most of. So if their buyer base is mostly Magic, yeah, they're gonna put a lot of time and effort into learning that type of stuff. Running events for that stuff, and it is directly correlated to how much money you can make off of it, unfortunately. And a lot of game stores that are established, they have moved on from a lot of these other card games. They're just going to stick to the stuff that they know and that they know that makes them money. And that's just the situation that a lot of older established stores are. They're just kind of stuck in their ways, and they don't really want to try anything else because they either don't care to, maybe they just don't care about Pokemon and they don't want to grow that player base, or that they just think it's not worth the effort. PokeCard21 says, is there demand for Fab in your area? I'm obsessed with the game. I was curious if it had high demand. Yes. Flesh and Blood is probably our most active players outside of Magic and Pokemon. Definitely next in line. If I had to do a ranking, it'd be it's back and forth with Magic. It just kind of depends how good the sets are and stuff of Magic. Magic has really come on strong in the past couple sets, but Pokemon's always been really good for us. Magic's been awesome for us all the time, and Flesh and Blood is our big seller, honestly. And we just sell cases and cases of the boxes and have a really good player base. So yeah, it's a really good game, really fun. It's got a lot going for it. Brian Rossi says, with Pokemon you need to have and get a community to get the product early. You need to have or get a community to get product early. I mean, nobody gets it early. Everybody gets it when they're supposed to get it, unless it gets snuck out of a warehouse or something like that. But you have to have an established base and players coming in, and that's a lot of the issues that like Yu-Gi-Oh is having, and people that like Bandai is having too, is that it's so much effort and such a restrictive situation to get like OTS packs for Yu-Gi-Oh. I've talked about this in the last live. I have to run events with players with unique IDs to get OTS packs, but I can't get those players interested in coming to my store without the OTS packs in the first place. So it's hard. It's hard to get that, build up a base when you don't have the things that they want. And Yu-Gi-Oh is in a weird spot just in general, that they're just very restrictive on what you can do. I can't give out cash for Yu-Gi-Oh events, which is pretty harming. And what you get value-wise per the pack entry, people were talking about it earlier in one of the Game Store Facebook groups, is that they really bind you with how much of value you give back to your customers in tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh. And an OTS pack is basically equals to $5, but nobody wants to pay more than $5, so that you're kind of just running events for the OTS packs at that point, and you're not really moving any more product, which is what ideally you'd like to be moving product and then selling that stuff to the customers. So it's rough. Yeah, Jerry says we have those sponges at our local OGS is like their local hangout, and that's fine. Like, I liked a lot of people that come and hang out at my store, and both stores. But yeah, if you could just make it worth the store's time to and not distract my employees from doing other things, because they all have things that they're trying to do too. That's the real thing. All right, come buy your stuff, talk for a little bit, and then go sit down and hang out and play some games. That's another hopeful thing. Catchable Collectible says, do you get trade-up challenges in person in store? I do not. That is not a thing. I'm good on that. Oh, Bob Burr says he has a brother that is a rambler, and he hits him with that crazy constantly. Yeah, that's crazy. Basically means I didn't listen to what you said, and I don't care. It's I think most people understand that, except the people that are socially inept enough to not understand that's what's happening. Sure Guy says, fuck my LGS, can't trust my LGS. That's interesting. You want to tell me what's up, Sure Guy? I'd love to, like, maybe it's just something maybe you don't understand about it, or maybe I can give you some help about what's going on with that. I'd like to unpack your thoughts and really just talk to you about it for real. I'm not like baiting you or trying to get your goat or try to trick you or anything. I actually want to know, like, what the situation is. Oh, sure guys. One of my LGS was selling Shining Fates ETB on release day for $150 a box. It just seems like they just probably aren't familiar with how the market moves, or maybe I don't remember if 150 was a lot for an ETB. Probably it was a lot at the time. I think they never went above like 100-ish. But yeah, it's one thing to sell with the market, but in that same vein, when the price goes down, you should lower your prices to at least in response to them lowering as well. I'm very much an advocate of selling things at market, and again, because I can just sell it online too. But yeah, it's got to be at least a little bit of close to the value that people can get otherwise. online, you know? But I understand, I can sympathize, and I understand that's it's a rough situation to be in. Aaron Scott says, keep up the amazing content. Thank you. I appreciate you. Seems like a lot of people are enjoying the race against rotation stuff. I got a doozy of an episode for Monday tomorrow, so if you're around in the afternoon, early afternoon, hop in and see what's up. Had a bit of situation with all the storms here recently. We'll talk about it. But yeah, it was rough. Brian Rossi says, after 11 years of collecting Pokemon, I'm done. I'm not going into Scarlet. Brian, again, I'd love to unpack that and see what's going on. Just let me know how you're feeling about that. I'm interested. Sure Guy says, apparently his local store is Noble Knights. I'm not familiar with it. Old Papa Bear is trying to convert Brian to Magic, so good luck with that. Mr. K says, would I be able to get from distribution if I had a retail location that didn't participate in competitive play? A lot of places are trying to push and taking care of people that are allocated for pre-releases, especially with Pokemon, and try to make sure that those type of companies and those types of businesses are getting at least some sort of priority or a base allocation of product. Again, distribution gets... There's some sort of incentive for distribution and distribution companies to handle those types of things for these card games. I don't know what it is exactly. Like pre-release kits, for example, for Pokemon, they just went up $10. But what distribution gets out of that, or how much they pay for the boxes, or if Pokemon is just like giving them a greatly reduced discount so that they can make more money, I'm sure there's probably some of that going on. But I think there is definitely incentive for them to have and to push and to have pre-release allocations coming from their distribution company instead of others. So they tend to take care of play stores and people that have official like WPN Wizards account stores and stuff like that. They really want to take care of those guys because those are the type of guys that keep their money moving and then keep buying from them on a regular basis. Play stores tend to have more throughput and through rate for sealed product and things like that. So that's the idea, is that they're trying to probably just take care of the customers that take care of them the best. So yes, if you have an LGS and you're not a part of any sort of competitive play, you probably definitely should, because it's probably a good, cool thing to be a part of, because it's going to help you out. Oh, Brian just says, I just stopped working at LGS after 5 years. Okay. Interesting. I'm sure you got some stories and some cool situations. Yeah, Tech Breeze, yeah, of course. You're just talking about going back to people buying online. And there's a lot of outlets for people to learn how to play. Of course there is, yeah. And yeah, you're totally right about that. But for a lot of people, especially like with Pokemon, it's a lot of parents buying for kids, right? And parents want to at least have an idea of what they're buying is something that the kids are going to be interested in, especially if they're not there, like for a birthday or something like that. They want to come in and buy something. They want to know that what they're getting is correct. And those type of boomer is not a correct term for that age group, right? But just like adults that maybe just aren't as in tune with everything as younger folks, for them to have some sort of outlet and a place to go and learn more about stuff is good for business. So that's why I said what I said. But you are correct that if you wanted to play Magic and wanted to start from zero, there's plenty of great YouTube videos and arena and stuff that you can go online and play to get information for. So you're not wrong. Moffiver says, I think an LGS would be a cool job. I didn't think I could personally keep up with the consistent product and mechanic drops. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot to keep track of. Ometer says, Obi-Wan is a fantastic set. Yes, probably one of the best Magic sets, standard Magic sets in a very, very, very long time. Sugar Guy says, you were one of the first guys to mention waifu from 2020. Oh, waifus in Pokemon have been a thing. That's not a crazy thing. I was probably not the first person, but I did lean into that kind of concept a little bit, for sure. I made a video that Twice Baked Jake came and did a video about Full Art supporters, and then I kind of hopped on that kind of hype wave too. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Ancient Mew's here. What's up, friends? He says, hi, Ancient Mew. Appreciate you. People talking amongst themselves, which is nice to see. Mike Grant says you can get distribution on contract where you agree to buy a certain amount of every month and you'll get orders filled first. I have never heard of anything like that. That seems... yeah. Not something I've ever heard of. But I'm sure there's a lot of, not actual distribution, but like wholesalers that buy pallets and pallets and pallets of this stuff that sell to a lot of people for cheap if you buy a good certain amount. There's a lot of companies and businesses like that out there that are not maybe official distribution people, but they buy so much of it that they sell it for super cheap because they're happy with the margins of making 5-10% on a case, and just, you know, if you do that over thousands of cases, right, you're gonna keep it moving. Like P Football Pete, I was talking about that. I actually did part of a video earlier about that, and he said he does something like 20,000 booster boxes every set release for Pokemon, and that he sells. So that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of throughput on his account. And then obviously, yeah, he's getting it at a crazy cheap reduced rate, so that helps too with his margins. Patrick Carey says, Mason, how do you get so good on a segue, answering Q&A and touring a foreign country at the same time? Man, it's pretty wild. I know I'm pretty good, but it's part of the job, you know. Allman says, I'm just here to say Yu-Gi-Oh is doing fine. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, the past couple sets that we've brought in, we've sold out of. I only buy a couple cases, but yeah, we sell them, and people come in and buy it. People love to come in and buy and collect and buy cards for Yu-Gi-Oh from us, but players, just, they can't get them in. Can't get players to hang around and play. It's really kind of goofy that way. Yeah, old Papa Bear, same thing. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh up at, especially in New Cut, just not a lot of interest for people to hang around and play. It's kind of weird. People talking about losing power and things. Yeah, we had the last big storm. Did a lot of local damage for us here. Large areas of the suburbs and the little areas around got hit pretty hard, and just now getting power on a lot of them, and a lot of them still here and there have power missing. So it's been a rough storm to kind of recoup from. It's kind of crazy. In 2023 we can go days without power, but it's hard. It's a hard, complicated thing. A big giant avocado, guys. You see? Man. Avocado. Yes, avocado. Only. Tokyo style. Avocado cuisine. Crazy. What a wild store. That's wild. It's really cool. Pokesnakes YouTube. Hi, how we doing? What's your take on exploiting prices of certain Japanese full art trainers recently? Man, I've talked about this in lives, and I did a couple YouTube videos about playing Pokemon in Japan and like wanting to be like even like a collector in Japan has got to be really tough right now. They're getting just impossible supply. You can't buy, like, imagine wanting to buy cases of product in Japan, or just open cases of product in Japan. A lot of places are limited one per customer or one per day. You know, they open the box right there in front of you to make sure that you're not going out and selling it, which is, if you're a collector, that's fine. But if you legitimately just wanted to go and buy a case of Pokemon product in Japan, it's impossible. You would just not be able to do it unless you pre-ordered from a store and probably paid a crazy amount of stuff. It's a bad situation for people in Japan right now wanting this stuff. So, you know, people that want to complete the sets and, you know, it's hype and it's new and people want to get stuff. The game stores in Japan they're just taking advantage of people and really just, because the supply is so limited, they buy all the singles out locally and whatever their little area is, they put them out in their store for an outrageous price. And what are you gonna do? For all those stores that band together and do the same thing, there's only so many allocation points for Japanese Pokemon. Only so many people you can buy it through. So it's rough to be in that situation when you were just, it's quite factually a monopolistic situation where game stores are just like holding all the power to set prices. Actually, like, set prices. It's kind of scary. Radar's in here. What's up, Radar? Been a long time since I've seen you, man. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate you hopping in and saying hello. Some discussion on whether or not Ash's mom is older now, or if she's still the same age, since Ash is the same age. That's one for you guys to discuss and figure out on your own. Travis Norris, hello. How we doing? Says, hey Mason. You might already talk to answer this. Has there been any news on booster boxes being available from distributors? All my LGSs are dried up. Yeah, I got no booster boxes anywhere. Football Pete, in his Pokemon Day eBay Live that he did, says that he talks to Pokemon and buys from Pokemon on a regular basis. Like this extra slush and stuff that Pokemon kind of wants to move through. They know he's going to buy a lot of it, so they kind of just go to him directly. And he says, and talks with people at Pokemon directly themselves, the people that handle the cards are saying no restocks of any kind, any major amounts, until May. So that's what he said on the live. I don't think the eBay Live is saved anywhere, but I did watch it, and he was dropping some knowledge on and some information just how his business works. It's really interesting from a seller to see how somebody that big handles their stuff. It's kind of cool. Sugar Guy says Metazoo died out pretty fast. Will One Piece survive? Yeah, One Piece has a way better chance than Metazoo. Metazoo is trying to get established and trying to create an IP. One Piece is a huge IP that already has tons of fans that are already and will buy anything that has One Piece on it, right? Especially, I mean, in Japan obviously too, but stateside as well. It's like there's a lot of One Piece fans. So yeah, it's definitely desired and has a really good chance about better than the Metazoo of continuing on, even with there's crazy price hikes and people getting tired of having to pay high prices and stuff like that. They will do that for One Piece. They will not do that for Metazoo. So Full Moon Game says, we have seen an insane uptick in people selling us cards recently. Are you guys seeing this too? Yes. We have been buying both Pokemon and Magic. And other stuff too, but people dumping slabs on us, people dumping huge binder collections, which I haven't seen in a very long time. I got 2 very big binder collections here recently of old WotC stuff, so that was neat for Pokemon. But then of things like Magic, just people just getting out of Magic, getting back into Magic, which is fine because it moves fast. Because there's tons of people getting into Magic and there's tons of people getting out of Magic. So that's the type of things that you want to be buying into, is that kind of situation. So we're good there. But yeah, a lot of people dumping raw cards and, like I said, slabs too. Dumping a lot of stuff. Charles Manson, hello. Doesn't feel right saying that, but hello. What about Digimon? Do you sell Digimon? Yes. Unfortunately, again, it's another Bandai game that struggles to get good distribution and good access to it. And then I think the past couple of Digimon sets have actually been kind of lame ducks after the first little couple releases. So not a lot of value being retained into Digimon right now, which is kind of a sad thing to see. Allman says, being a player in Japan has to be super cheap. I'm sure their bulk and V-Star and V cards are dirt cheap. Yeah, I mean there's tons of people opening products, so yeah, the cheap stuff is plentiful. Just like how the cheap stuff is plentiful here. But the actual, factual, rare things that have lots of demand still are still skyrocketing, going way up in price. So that's just like how it is here. But in Japan, it's a much smaller pool, and with so much product being exported out of the country that shouldn't be going to non-Japanese players, and all those good playable stuff going away from the country, it's I'm sure they're having a hard time for like the mid-range, the good heavy playables, and the stuff like that. Brian's out, saying have a good night. Laters. Patrick Carey says, any tips, advice on how a new store find employees or community champions to lead events? I guess my question stems from I don't play, but collect and invest, and have thought of opening a store. And then Brian immediately says right after that, don't. I have lots of videos out there that say, if you're interested in opening up a store, don't do it right now. And it still mostly applies, but it can be done. It is possible if you have the cash to start it, for one thing. And if you're not okay with tying up cash and maybe making some bad buys to just get product and allocations built up, that's a way to do it. But finding employees, we have found in our best hires that the best hires are people that walk in the door, are interested, are having those conversations with people, but then hanging out and coming in enough to where they're not awkward, they're not being, they don't show signs of being like creeps, or and just in general being good socially, and being able to talk to people, and that have the type of qualities, and you talk to them on a regular basis enough to know that, hey, this guy's okay. And it is knowledgeable and is like a good player. I would definitely reach out if there's people in your community that are judges for games. Those are the type of people that take initiative and do the legwork to put the game knowledge to use and get some testing done where they are knowledgeable. And then, like I said, the people that walk in and are our customers are our best employees, because those type of people that come in and buy stuff from you, they're going to be knowledgeable and know how to sell stuff and what other people would be interested in buying too. So that's the plus side of that. Pokemon DNA's up in here. Hello. Where are we headed? Let's see, where are we at right now? We are in Harajuku? Harajuku? That's where we're at right now. We will eventually get to the Olympic Stadium. That's kind of cool. Sendagaya, and then we're gonna end up in Shinjuku again. So we're just gonna do a big loop apparently. It's got timestamps on it, so that's the only way I know. But yeah. Old Papa Bear says, is One Piece usually like the anime? Gotta get 300 plus packs before it starts to get good? No. It's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hopefully not. Sugar says, did the MTG reprint piss off the OG players? 30th anniversary stuff? There was a lot of people that did get upset about it, and I talked about it in a video one time where I said that was basically like the straw that broke the camel's back. People that were already upset or wanted to get out of the game got out of the game. But I think for most players, they were just kind of like meh. Because in reality, like, the product was not for them. The product is not for like standard or modern Magic players. Who cares? Like, something that expensive with old legacy cards that have no relevance to them. Yeah, that probably be cool to own, but if they owned it, they would just immediately like turn around and sell it and then buy actual cards they could play with. That's what they would be doing. So really interesting to watch it unfold and see what's happening with all of it. But yeah, a lot of the like you said, the OG players, yes, they were upset because a lot of those people had money invested in all those like big pieces, like Power Nines and stuff. A lot of those people that had the stuff in their hands, the people that would be buying that product in the first place, it pissed them off because they were like, "What the fuck? Why you're reprinting all the stuff that I have money in? Like, and now you want me to buy it? Like, what? No." So, yeah, that's the thought from a lot of people, I think. Brandon's here. Brandon716 says, I like the background. Me too, man. Started out kind of rough, but it's kind of mellow now, and it's kind of cool. I like it. Jason K says, I'm going to Japan later this month. Any tips on buying Pokemon packs there? I hear it's rough. I hear, like I said, you're kind of restricted to places that have it on hand. If you go to like the Pokemon Center, I think you're limited to like a box, and they open it in front of you and take the plastic off of it, and it's not a great environment for buying right now. If you think you're going to go and buy a bunch of cheap stuff, from what I've heard from other people too, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. A lot of the card stores are sold out of the cheaper stuff and stuff that's in high demand. They have high prices on just to kind of keep it in stock, and for people that want to pay up on it, it's kind of a rough situation out here. Max Davins here says, just hopping in. Hope the weekend was good for you, Mason. Yeah, it was good. Appreciate it. When's the next chillin' pool? Again, people want me to do card breaks. Man, yeah, might be something that we can do maybe like once a month or something. The next one I'm going to put up probably this week, is doing box breaks, or bundle breaks for Scarlet and Violet. I'll put those up so we can get that started and get people buying into that and see how interested people are. And then I might do some other stuff too. Put some stuff on the website for a live break. We can do that. I am interested in seeing what the kind of response would be to that. But I know that in the past when I did like for Crown Zenith and stuff, you know, as the stream went on, I was selling more and more stuff, so it can definitely snowball into people wanting to buy stuff. So yeah, we'll probably do more and go back to doing stuff like that. It's fun. Transparent Pokemon says, have you considered hiring armed guards? No. No. It's just, I know a lot of people are like doing a lot of videos about store break-ins and stuff like that, and yes, we've had situations with that in the past, but adding more guns to the mix, if somebody wanted to come in with a gun anyways, it goes against the idea of what in every situation you've ever been told is, which is to, you know, cooperate, do what they ask, go above and beyond what they ask. Yeah, just, yeah, for sure. It's a situation where I don't give a fuck about what they're stealing at that point. My number one issue is, you know, make sure my guys get taken care of and nothing happens to them, and, you know, give them everything they want. Who cares? That's always been the stance, and it's the stance that every store takes that stance. So that's not like a weird stance. I don't want anybody to be a hero. I don't need anybody to save us from losing money or in that situation. Just do what they say. Do whatever, and that's just the way it is. So no, yeah, we've never. There's not a situation that's gonna make you, where that is gonna be helpful. If you want to break in after hours or, you know, whatever, it's, you do what you can do, and then after that, it's up to the people and the situation. So, Max Powers here says, Mason, I like the background running while chatting with everyone. Yeah, I think it's kind of chill. I got the lo-fi on, just hanging out for sure. Sure Guy throwing me the impossible question. How will modern sealed Pokemon do in 20 years? Man, if it's a fraction of in demand of what it is now, we're going to be okay. We're going to be doing just great. Andy on Guam, how would you like to see a Burger King 24 karat gold plate cards in standard size grade slabs? God, what? Man, I went on a roller coaster of emotions. I would not be surprised if somebody out there grades those. I'm sure there's somebody that grades those. Oh, Max, you're talking about... I'm sorry. You're talking about going through bulk. Yes. Like I said, I got a doozy of an episode. Hopefully tomorrow I'll sit down and strap in with a GoPro and go through some stuff with you guys tomorrow. Sugar Guy says, I see Whatnot gaining traction on Rip and Ship. I mean, Rip and Ships have always kind of been a thing, but yeah, they're definitely popular right now. Do you think there's scammers, resellers? Oh, 100% there's that going on. Yes. Sure says, I follow Opossum Bud now. He's cool. Yeah, I like Opossum Bud. He's pretty no nonsense. What are we doing here? What are we looking at here? What is happening here? Okay, just want to check in. Oh, we're at the Olympic Stadium place. Cool. Okay, I got you. God, I got distracted. Okay, Opossum Bud. Yeah, Opossum Bud does cool videos. Interesting guy. He's actually done a couple videos on me before he was on YouTube, which is fun. But even after that, like his takes were harsh. I wouldn't say but fair, but definitely was an opinion that he's willing to, and that's fine. Like I do not, and I'm not upset about his videos or what he's done on me. It's all good. PokeCards21 says, I'm looking at celebration stuff and saw a whole 6 near mint listings left on the Metal Zard. Where does the supply go? So, I don't want to be this guy, but there's definitely people making plays on Metal Zards, and if you looked on eBay and saw how much they were going for, yeah. People are buying Zards and flipping them, for sure. Or grading them and then flipping them, for sure. It's a dangerous game, but yeah. Oh, Max says he has a full 4 row of just trainers to go through. So he'll be right there doing the same thing as me. Sick. He says a possible motive cracks him up. Yeah. Mostly good content. Most of the time. Oh, sure guy. We're here. We're talking about this, huh? What is your take on tubers promoting FOMO? I can answer this a lot of ways. That's why I'm taking a second. But there's definitely people out there that are in positions where what they say can move markets and really set people to do certain actions. I think a vast majority of people that worry about those things are the people that don't need to be worrying about that and should just be talking about what they want to talk about. And I think a lot of it is also like people that are worried about moving markets or talking up a card and making a card spike in price or whatever. A lot of those guys, because they're in that sphere so much and they're talking about that kind of stuff, they worry about what their influence, so they're not going to do it. And the people that should be worrying about that stuff and actually have like the reach and the power and the viewer base, especially like the newer and like younger viewer base, those are the type of people that should be worried about that kind of stuff and should be mindful of what they're doing. And there could be people that have taken advantage of that situation or been in that kind of spot. But I think the people that are concerned about it don't be concerned about it, because people that are watching kind of like the content, even like the content that I put out, my analytics show me it's mostly adults, like not just like 18 to 25, just like actual like older than that even, and they're grown people. They can make their own decisions. Yeah, if you're gonna talk up a card, yeah, maybe a couple of people will go out and buy it and think it's cool with you and just want to pick one up because you talked about it. But as far as like pushing prices up and like moving markets, I think it's kind of silly. I think that's kind of a silly thing to worry about. Anybody that has less than 50,000 subs, like realistically, like what are you gonna actually do with the market? I think a lot of people underestimate how large the market is and how large just Pokemon is in general, and even like how informed like the average buyer of Pokemon is. can tell you, I see those people every day. And a lot of people don't know a whole lot about anything. People that are spending hundreds of dollars on the market, they're not watching YouTube, they're not watching my channel, they're not watching other people's channel. They just buying something because they think it's cool. They're buying a box and want to crack some packs, and they just want to hang out and open some packs, and I think it's cool. A lot of the time, they don't even think about the money aspect of it, to be completely honest with you. So, a lot of that stuff I think is overblown and too much consideration given to it. And the people that are considering about and talking about it aren't the ones that need to worry. Ancient Mew saying, everybody hit the like button and sub. I got 105 of you guys hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Theo. What's up, Theo? Says, hi, Mason. Glad to see you out and about on the walk this fine evening. Yeah, it's a little chilly out here, but, you know, just checking out the Olympic Stadium, you know. Wouldn't we all just want to hang out and go to the Olympic Stadium in the snow? Devin Burke. I think bulk should be worth more. Make it come true. From what I've seen, and just in dealing with and handling with the bulk right now, the market seems to be fairly stable, and I know that in the before times, these people that dealt with, I'm talking millions of bulk, millions and millions of bulk cards, pallets stacked worth of bulk. These guys would go and drive and do loops around the country, driving around to all these local game stores and maybe big buyers and collectors and people that might have a lot of bulk. And they will take a box truck or a big like U-Haul van basically type thing and buy bulk from big stores, right? For a long time when bulk crashed, they weren't doing that, right? It didn't make sense to spend the money and do all that. But I do not hear recently a lot of those people are getting back out and hunting down bulk again. So that shows that people are still wanting bulk and that the demand is growing from where it was. So you can take cues from that bulk is, they're at least working through what they have, right? Or else they wouldn't be going out and buying more. Like, I have a bulk rate that I will buy bulk, yes. But I'm not paying very aggressively for bulk at all. Because like you can see, I got a ton of it in the back of my store. Just sitting there, waiting to be done, or something to be done with it, and for me to move through it. I'm in no quick desire to buy more bulk. But the people that do a lot with bulk, those guys going back out and buying bulk on the road is a good sign to show that whatever backlog there was that they had, that they're working through it and they're moving the bulk and there's demand for it enough to go back out, and the expense of gas and driving around and buying it and all that goes with that to make it worth their while to do that. So just gives you an idea of where bulk is, and that it may be not going to go up in price anytime soon, but there's still demand for it, and that there's the bulk that was out there, we're moving it around. So Kyle Swift says hello. Hello. Have you heard of the new TCG Illustrials? Yes, I have. I think it was kickstarted, right? I did see a little bit about it. My thoughts is that it looks like every other TCG that was kickstarted. I think it has some weird like mobile mechanic, right? Or it has like a unique serial on the card or something that you can play online. You can do stuff with it on your phone or something. Yeah, it's like there was a game called Light Seekers that did the same kind of thing, where they had like a unique design on the card, and that was like a serial number that you can use it on other places. From what I saw of it, it wasn't like anything hugely groundbreaking. Probably another Kickstarter game that'll come out, make a couple sets for a couple years, and then do what other TCGs, other than like the big ones that are out there, they do what they do. Old Papa says, can Charizard just stop getting printed? Yes. I think a lot of people are over Charizard. I know we were coming getting that collection box, or the classic box, the big black fancy box that they did the promo for Pokemon Day. Should probably do a video about that. Probably be a good thing to talk about. Got another reprint of that. We know that 151 is coming in the summer. We'll probably get a reprint of Charizard in some sort of fashion in that. So, interesting to see how many times they're just going to keep milking that cow. Hungry Mon, hello. Says, love what you do, Mason. Thanks for always dropping your knowledge and opening your doors for us to see what a brick and mortar LGS looks like. Truly a friend. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to just share my life experiences. Theo asks, aside from repackaging for mystery packs, what are the most common things bulk buyers do with bulk? Yeah, people that have a lot of bulk, they will go to a lot of companies and they will sell the bulk there to other people that do repacks as well. But a lot of the time they'll go to like your MJ Holding, your Excel, the guys that make those like the Walmart and Target, Walgreens mystery cubes that have like a bunch of bulk in them. It's like a 5-cent plastic container they put just a ton of bulk in there just to fill it out, to give it some weight, and then they'll have like a chance to get some card or some packs or something crazy in it. Those guys. That's where a lot of this bulk is going to. They want good, clean source bulk that they can just grab, throw in one of those, and keep it moving. Do a couple million of those cubes, right? And move them around the country every time they do that. And that's where a vast majority of the bulk that are being bulk bought goes. And those guys that sell to those companies, MJ Holding will just have product that they have on hand. So oftentimes they will go and just get more product back. I follow one of the big buyers I follow on YouTube and on Instagram, and they're showing that for the bulk pallets that they were giving these companies, they in return would get just sealed product. Hidden Fates packs, big 5-row, 5,000 count boxes of Hidden Fates packs, Flash Fire packs, just crazy like amounts of sealed product in return for the bulk. It's a heck of a system, but that's where a lot of that stuff goes, is those guys and moving that stuff. So, but other than that, like I said, places like Troll and Toad will do like mystery lots and stuff like that, and obviously they sell tons of that stuff as opposed to like me. I only move so many, but big companies like that, they can sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these mystery boxes, and they need a good source for it, of good high quality bulk. It's not dirty, it's not beat up, it's not chewed on, and a lot of the time it comes from those guys. So that's where all the main bulk goes. Ancient Mew says, what's your favorite psychic type Pokemon? Favorite psychic, like pure psychic, not ghost, not poison, not anything like that. Actual factual psychic. Man, I do really love Alakazam. Alakazam is pretty sick. Mewtwo is pretty sick too. There's probably others that are up there. Just pure psychic is kind of a rare typing now. So, Gengar is one of my favorites for sure. Dragapult is one of my favorite new. But he's Ghost, so I don't know if he counts. But yeah, super fun. A new Pokemon that I really like is Dragapult. I just think it's goofy. Mirlock Nocturne says, is Pokemon the only game with worthwhile bulk? What makes it unique in this regard? Pokemon has worthwhile bulk because there's so many more buyers for just straight Pokemon in bulk forms. A lot of the times, people that want these are the end users that want to buy the bulk. Like, that'll buy like a random lot for me, right? They're buying it because they can get a bunch of Pokemon cards for their kids, and instead of buying them for $4.50 a pack, get a whole box of it, like a box of 1,000 cards, for $40 for me. That's a no-brainer. That saves them so much more money, and the kids don't care. They don't, they hand them a couple of Pokemon cards for doing chores or getting good grades or whatever around the house, and the kids are happy, and it's no difference to them. And they save money that way. So that's why Pokemon bulk is in such high demand. There's playability aspect of it too, but when we say Pokemon bulk, we so often mean like just the common and uncommon Pokemon. Most trainers, at least the ones that are modern and playable, will have playable value for people that build decks and things like that. So a lot of the cards out and that type of stuff, even if it's only a couple per 100, if you find a couple $1.50 cards in there, that makes the whole bulk purchase worth money and worth it, right? And then you can just kind of just push the rest of the unplayable stuff, or just really just let it sit online until somebody wants to buy it and want to use it in a deck, or is building like an old format deck or something like that. There's people out there that buy the trainers as well, but most of the time it's Pokemon, and that's basically where it's going, is the parents and the people that don't want to buy a bunch of packs for their kids, so they just buy the bulk lots. Old Papa Burr says, everybody knows Mr. Mime is the best psychic Pokemon. I guess so. Mr. Mime is fairy type now though, so there's that. TCG Bowl King's getting some love in the chat. It's fun to see. Sure Guy. Oh, this is a good question. I like this one. Oh, I talked about your question, Miro, but I didn't answer it. Magic TCG bulk does have some value. There are cards in bulk of Magic. There's just so much bulk in Magic, and is mostly undesirable, that it makes it hard to justify that having any sort of value. But there are plenty of, again, 10, 15, 25, 50-cent cards in the bulk of Magic that can make buying that stuff worth it too. So yes and no, kind of, that Magic bulk has value. But there's other stuff too that, like Dragon Ball Super, if it has a cool character on it, could be a useless card, bulk by any other standard, but because it has a Goku on it, somebody might buy it for 15, 25, 50 cents, So there are stuff and IPs like that have some value to it, just from casual collectors that don't want it necessarily for the playable value of it. But for the most part, Pokemon is is the king when it comes to bulk and buying and selling bulk. Okay, Sure Guy says, what is your top 3 cards from the Sword and Shield era? Man, so many good ones. I mean, this is just kind of a crazy time for Pokemon. My top 3 favorites. I like the idea of Mew VMAX. I do play a Mew deck in Standard right now. Just the idea of playing 2 double colorless and then you can use any attack from any Pokemon is cool. I like that style. The Mew and Mewtwo tag team had that same kind of a attack, but it was in Pokemon from your discard pile. So same kind of idea behind that deck, and I thought that was a unique and cool idea, something different. Other cards I really like, Crobat V. Goes on your bench, you draw 6 cards. That's super good, super useful. I really like that as a card. And what else? Probably like my favorite card from like Crown Zenith. I know it's kind of goofy, but I love the Barrel that's like in the Beaver Dam, and like it just has like a bunch of Bidoofs and everywhere. I don't even like Barrel and Bidoof really like a lot, but I think that card and the art behind it is just super cute. So that's like in my top 3 right now, just because I think it's a cute card. And then Sure Guy says, will the Sword and Shield era be the GOAT? It's definitely an interesting format and a good like time capsule of time in Pokemon. With V-Star, V-Maxes, amazing rares, Radiant Pokemon, that kind of stuff. Very, very cool mechanic-wise. I don't know if it's going to be the greatest of all time. I still really love, and really loved playing the Tag Team era and playing in that time. I thought it was really fun. But it's definitely a good format. There's good fun stuff out there right now. Kevin says, do I sell God packs at my store? Like, where I just saw like a bunch of like V's, like cheap V's and stuff in a pack? I do not. But I probably could. I got enough. Kyle says I was completely wrong about Lustrials, and I need to take a look at it again. Yeah, like I said, I just glanced at it, and I was like, man, this just looks like every other card game is trying to get kickstarted, so yeah, I didn't put a lot of time into it, to be completely honest. Skya, that one guy, says, pretty sure Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk is the most valuable of the top 3. It's probably up. I mean, I pay the same amount for all 3 now, so. But I do know Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk can be sought after. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk is interesting because a lot of people that will buy the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk, if you just sit on it long enough, they're going to reprint something that has like old callback to like a bulk card, and that card will spike in value. So that's why Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk is so expensive, and the buy rate for it is so high, because people will just have it sit around or sit in their inventory for, you know, whatever, 50 cents, $1 a piece or whatever. And then when they reprint, inevitably, something that works with that old card, they make money. So like your 50-cent card or $1, 25-cent card will become $1, $2, $5, something crazy. Whatever the run-up is on that. So yeah, I mean that's the idea behind Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk and why it's so sought after and people pay so much money for it, because they're just gonna sit on it and then they're just gonna wait for that card to stonk out and make a bunch of money. So Drummer Matt K says, so with the new format that Scarlet and Violet will bring, will bulk rates for commons and commons rise? Well, packs have 3 common and 3 uncommon. That makes sense, right? Because if it's still 10 cards a pack, 3, 3, 3 would make sense. Or maybe they'll do like 4 and 2, 4 commons, 2 uncommons, and then 3 hollows. Maybe. But as far as like it rising in value, probably not. If I had to guess, there will be a time where there's like people buying and paying different prices for silver bordered bulk versus yellow bordered bulk. I'm sure that'll be a thing, but yeah, as far as like it being completely different or like raising in value just because the MSRP goes up, I doubt it. There's still so many cards out there. There's still so many like just like Sun and Moon era stuff that I'm getting from people. There's a lot of Sun and Moon era out there that people are just don't think about. Theo is going off to bed because it's almost 11 o'clock. Yep, it is almost 11 o'clock here as well, and I'm still at the store. So, I feel that. Oreo fell for the thumbnail. Yep. Julia. Hi, Julia. I've seen a lot of content about the organized play recently, like tournament vlogs, etc. Would you say that organized play is growing at a fast rate? Always interesting stuff. Yeah, definitely. Organized play is booming right now, and it's awesome to see. Like I said, tonight was our biggest night for Sunday events. I had 22 people here, which was awesome and cool to see. And I expect Scarlet and Violet pre-release to be huge. A lot of interest for that. A lot of people that are, again, every new gen, people want to pick up and see what is new about the cards. People excited about the border changes and the pack ratios changing and stuff like that. So that getting people interested in that too. So yeah, just a super cool time to be in Pokemon right now. A lot of people want to play. People get into playing. People coming back and getting back into playing. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun times. And yeah, for a long time we did like a live stream of the contents of tournaments. Doing tournament streams. We messed up our setup for that because we took the wall down at the other store, and we don't really have a good spot to do it anymore, which sucks. We gotta figure out how to do it though, because I want to start streaming organized play again, because it's fun. It's fun to just have that available and like local players to be able to play on stream, and then they can watch it back and stuff like that. You know, they enjoy that aspect of it, so it was cool to do. So definitely something I want to start doing again. There's Squeaks. Squeaks, I was talking about you earlier. I kind of leaked some things. Hopefully that's okay. Not that kind of stuff, but just talking about you in general. Swami says, are we in Arkham? We are not. We are somewhere in Japan. We are in Sendagaya. Sendagaya. You know, Sendagaya. Of course. Duh. Good to see you, Swami. Kevin Clear says, yeah, my LGS says has $30 God packs and $100 packs? What? What do you have? Explain, Kevin. Spill the beans. Let me know. What's going on? How are they selling $100 packs? What's in there? What could possibly be in there? Alt arts? Like, what are they just stuffing alt arts in a pack? How do they even get it close to being $100? That's crazy. Muriel saying, what are my thoughts about English swapping over to silver borders and removing the set symbols? Set symbols are rough. I kind of liked having set symbols. They were cool. Just because they have something cool and unique about the car, or about the set. Kind of gives you like something unique about the sets that you can quickly identify, but for organizational purposes, just having, you know, I guess it'll be SV whatever for our sets makes more sense. It's just, that's a much cleaner way to do it. So Magic still does set symbols, which is archaic and kind of goofy, but I just think it's very TCG-like to have set symbols. So to lose those is kind of a bummer. But I enjoy the silver borders. I like that there's no non-hollow rares anymore, that those are going away. I like that. I just hope that it feels like there's still value, or more value in packs now, as opposed to just hollows are just going to be worthless because there's just so many of them. But we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Andy Guam says, "We the people need a YouTube representatives team that walks into the Pokemon USA building." To do what? Weedle's Warehouse is in here, saying I leaked stuff. Don't. Squeaks is too high strung as it is. You don't need to make him panic anymore. Like, let's not do that. Squeaks is a guy that's just sitting on a gold mine of content and just refuses to make videos. It's kind of interesting. Oh, Kevin, so do they put those in the packs, or does it is it just like a card in there that says, "Oh, hey, trade this card for whatever"? Interesting. Sure, guys asking about Lorcana. I talked about that a little bit earlier. We just don't know a lot about it. And the company that's making it is not known for TCGs, so we'll see how they're able to keep up with demand, but it's definitely going to be a demand product. Pokemon DNA, always looking for an out or something to speculate on. So are non-hollows going to be stonk now? I doubt it. No. Do not invest in non-hollows. More than likely, they're not going to be doing anything anytime soon. So, just, we're good on that. Dylan Smith's in here. Local guy asking what deck you should build for Thursday. Let's see, who won tonight? Who won? Was it... I don't remember what deck won tonight, so heck if I know. But Dylan, just copy everybody. Just copy it. Just net deck. Just net deck. Just play what everybody else is playing, and you'll be fine. No alt arts in the packs, but they have 100 packs. So 100 raffle spots for the dark spot. So they're buying a pack, and with that pack, by buying it, they're getting an entry into a raffle, basically. I don't know if that's legal in most states, but I'm going to say that it's probably up on the up and up, and they did their research, and they're probably doing fine. I don't think you can raffle things, though. I don't think you can do that, but pretty sure that's some like bingo hall-esque kind of stuff. But definitely some waffle stream type level of stuff. Dylan says he refuses to play Eternatus. Good. No one should play Eternatus. TCG Bolt King spilling the sauce on the good non-rare or non-hollow rares and saying the cling clangs. Man. Pretty wild. Alright, we're at 11 o'clock. Appreciate you guys, 90 of you guys hanging out, just listening to me babble. It also is conveniently at the 2-hour mark as well, so I appreciate everybody hanging out, having fun, asking me questions. Last second, if anybody wants to throw one last question in, just for me to answer, then we're gonna be peacing out, heading home. So let it be a good one. Throw me a good one, and then we'll duck out of here. Meanwhile, we'll just walk through Japan again. We're about done. I'll say this is about a 2-hour video, so. Hungermon says they need to bring back my boy Gengar VMAX. I had somebody locally that was playing Gengar VMAX. I think he did okay. I don't remember. TCG King says if were I a Pokemon, I would be a Clank. That's fair. Oh, Jeff. Talking about Sorcery. Is that out yet? Is Sorcery out? That's the one that has all the older Magic guys that did art for it, right? Is that the same thing? If it is, if that's what I'm thinking of, it's a really cool concept, but I think if I remember, if it only releases like a set a year, which for a TCG and for anybody that like wants to play the game, their attention span isn't long enough for that to be a thing. So I think that stays in the camp of just being like a collectible kind of thing that you can play with, but just if they're doing a set a year, it's not. That ain't it. There's no way. Like I would never stock that game because I can't. Nobody would play it. Nobody wanted to do anything with it. So that's a bad idea for the once a year aspect. And then, yeah, it's bad. It's a bad idea. Swami says, "Are we gonna make it?" Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're making it every day. Pokemon DNA, do we make money or is it playable? Look, that's all you gotta ask yourself. Are you able to make money off of it? Is it playable? More often than not, if the answer is yes, then it's probably at least worth looking into, you know? Ooh, the quality is fantastic for that. So, amazing art, terrible card quality. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Not a good mix. But, alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for walking through Japan with me. Something different. I'll see what I can do about something different for Sunday. I might throw up some packs and see if anybody wants to do some packs or something like that. Just for fun. Just for stuff to do. Or we're waiting on Scarlet and Violet to do its thing. But